saying hi to you on a Tuesday, baby. How we doing?
Good, man. How was MLB tonight last night? What'd you do?
It was good. It was great, dude. Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was great to be back on air, with Amsinger and Cliff Floyd. It's one of my favorites, dude.
Cliffy.
Dude, we went over Amsinger's after the show and had a nice dinner. His wife Erica made us like ribeyes, and me, Sarah, and Cliff and Greg. His son London's like 6'3", dude. His son London walked out. Really? I think I seen London like a year ago. He was like 5'5".
That's funny.
Comes out at 6'3". Yeah. So we had a nice little dinner. Dude, Cliff is one of the funniest guys. We just had
so funny.
I had him laughing so hard, dude. I thought he was gonna have a heart attack.
That's so good. Nice. Dude, I was up grinding, dude. I was up super late because I did a whole show after the late football game last night with Chase and Trey. Dude, I gotta ask you a question. So Nick Sirianni, okay, the Eagles coach. That I think this is something that's like right up your alley. The Eagles, I think, are like 1-6 since this one incident that happened that I'll explain in a little while. And it got me thinking. First of all, the Eagles are a disaster now. So now people are like, oh, maybe Belichick will go to the Eagles. Like everybody's getting fired. Every coach is getting fired in the NFL. Like they all are. There's already 8. There's already 8 gone. There's already 8 openings.
8 openings?
Yes.
Wow, dude. I'm not paying attention. Wow.
It's crazy, man. They call it Black Monday.
Wait, McCarthy didn't get fired in the Cowboys, did he?
Not yet, but I bet he will. Now, the good thing for some of these coaches is that they're going to have to wind up somewhere because the good coaches like you, like McCarthy, there's 8 openings. He's definitely one of the 8 best coaches in the NFL. So I'm not too concerned for some of these guys. Now, but here's the thing so Nick Sirianni is a fired up Eagles coach. And, when they were winning, especially early in this season, it looked like they were going to go to the Super Bowl, like no questions asked. He started getting like loud and whatever. And there was this one game after the game, somebody had a video of him going into the locker room and he was like cursing out Chiefs fans. And he was like, yeah, well, we're the best, whatever. And so here's the thing I always think about with myself. You know the term like hubris from when Odysseus in the journey where like it was like hubris. Whenever he got cocky, the gods would like blow the wind at him and he would have to go start all over again from his like journeys and whatever. And there's the same kind of thing in sports. It's like, how do you balance as an athlete or as a coach that confidence compared to cockiness? And like talk about like how important that is and how the cocky guys don't really ever fully get the love of like their teams or their players.
Yeah, dude, it's such a fine line, Chinch. Dude, it's funny you said that because last night watching, I think about this when guys are getting interviewed after a big win. So Baker Mayfield last night was getting interviewed after the win, and I'm thinking to myself, if anybody any bulletin board material. Right. Just say it was a good team win, you know what I mean? Move on. Like Andy Goff, they asked Andy Goff after the game, even with the Rams, when they won, was this personal? And he was like, listen, it's a good team win. Like, he nailed it. Like, dude, don't give anybody any bulletin board material. That was Belichick's one of the big things. Like, just shut up, do your job, shut your mouth. Because I think, dude, you don't want to let sleeping dogs lie. You don't want to give anybody any bulletin board material. You just don't want to do it, dude. And do everything you can to just know that you're good. And I always say this, Chinch. I said, dude, true confidence comes from doing the work. True confidence is inner trust in yourself. And if you're all your other guys are doing the same work, they're putting the work in, man, now that's a confident team. I don't need to tell you how good I am. I don't need to tell you that we're coming for you. I don't need to, do that stuff. What I need to do is I need to talk about how confident we are as a team. I need to talk about how confident maybe I am as a player right now. I'm feeling the flow, stuff like that. But confidence comes from doing the work. Confidence comes from trusting yourself. You trust yourself because you do what you say you're going to do. Hey, I'm going to go get a big heavy lifting today with legs. Boom, I'm going to go do it. Hey, I'm going to get a 30-minute Peloton ride in today. I'm saying for a guy like me, and it's going to be a hard climb ride. there's a lot of days I don't want to do it, but I do it, and that gives me confidence in myself that, you know what, Chinch, I do what I say I'm going to do. And I think that's the biggest difference. So when I hear guys talk trash on the other teams or bring bulletin board material, I'm like, that's irresponsible, dude. Be better. Be disciplined with your tongue. You have to show discipline in so many different ways as a player. Part of it is how you deal with the media. Part of it is not to give that other team that you're going to face next week or tomorrow night any bulletin board material, any more reason to beat you. Professional sports are hard enough, dude. To be good night in and night out, it's hard enough. You don't want to give anyone any reason to come at you any harder than they're already gonna.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've learned this too, like personally, like from my mistakes too. Like getting to like the top of the mountain isn't. I could argue that getting to the top of the mountain isn't as difficult as staying on the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? Because like once you get there, everybody's looking up at you, and how you act while you're looking down at them will like define all of your future. And like that's the reason I brought up Sirianni is like he was so cocky. And now when they're 9-2 and he's cocky, fine, and you know, you're talking a talk, you're walking a walk, but when you're not walking a walk anymore, now everybody who you've offended, everybody who you kicked on your way up is going to drag you back down as hard or harder than anything you've ever dealt with. And that's why I listen, you know, I don't know the guy, but he does seem like he's not well received. I'll put it that way. I think that's the most polite way to say it. Like his personality is not very well received. And you know, now that you're not doing well, everybody, the internet is just, forget about it. If you're some dude when he was walking off the field last night after they got smoked, and I mean just beaten.
No, he didn't get fired, did he? No,
he didn't get fired. But again, now everybody's calling for his head. They're calling for his head. He's walking off the field. Now, this is a stupid fan that did this, but the fan dumped a box of popcorn on him and saying, "You're done in Philly. You're done. We don't want you back." And he's walking off the field, and we should feel horrible for the guy. But again,
you do feel horrible, dude. I tell you what, it brings up when we're at your house. We're watching the pregame of the Lions Cowboys,
right?
And they're all over Dan Campbell, and they're asking Dan Campbell, "Hey, we know you got this big game against the Rams. I'm sorry, the Lions Rams. We know you got this big game against the Rams, but you know, what do you feel about revenge for Jared Goff? Revenge for what they did to him? Revenge of, you know, you guys have been grinding and now you're here, you know." And Dan Campbell did as any responsible leader that leads from the front probably tells his guys, let's not give these guys anything. Dude, he skirted the question. Yeah. And at the end, he said, dude, I'd be crazy not to think this is not a big game for Jared Goff, but it's about the Detroit Lions, and it's about us coming together as a team and going against the Rams. It's not about one guy. But he kind of like said, yeah, we understand the implications, but I ain't giving you anything. And I might say it I might be in the clubhouse telling these guys, hey, listen, we're doing it for Jared Goff.
Right.
We know the road he's been down. We know let's do it for all of us and make sure you got Goff's back as our leader. He might say that in the clubhouse, but he's not saying it on the podium, dude. That's irresponsible.
I agree. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Casey like jumped out of his chair. He's like, "That's how you answer a question."
It is.
You love him, by the way. Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I love him.
He's our guy.
Yeah, I love him. I love him.
All right, we're both grinding today. We snuck this one in, folks, because we miss you and we miss each other when we don't do the show. But we're both running around. You got a meeting in a minute and a half.
Yeah, I'm doing top 10 first baseman, so I'm locking into that.
Locked in. My brother Rob's coming over for lunch, dude. It's so great to have him back home on Long Island. He's gonna come. We're gonna go out to lunch. Go to a place called Bigelow's Clam Shack, dude. We didn't get a chance to go it next time you come. Greatest New England clam chowder in the history of the world.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I'm gonna go crush like a quarter.
Let's go, dude.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right, bro. So you have an awesome day. Good luck with the top 10. Can't wait to hear you.
You too, Chinch. I miss you, Doug. Dude, thanks for having Sarah and I this weekend, dude. Tell them yes, we had a great time.
I will, dude. All right, everybody.
Coziest house on Long Island. Chinch. Bro, love you, buddy. Have a great day. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow.